What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Canelo Alvarez, John Ryder. This is the official fight prediction and breakdown of the two. This British showdown will take place tomorrow. I would have done it earlier, but I think this fight speaks for itself, so let's speak for it now, okay? All right, tell of the tape. Here is the breakdown. And we have Canelo coming in at age 32 and versus 34 years of age for Canelo. 2 years age difference, not too bad. 62 overall fights for Canelo, 37 for Ryder. So the experience category definitely goes to Canelo. 58 wins for Canelo, 32 wins for John Ryder. 2 losses for Canelo, 5 for John Ryder, 39 knockouts for Canelo, 18 for Ryder, 5'8" in height for Canelo, 5'9" in height for Mr. John Ryder, 70.5 inches in reach, 72 inches for John Ryder, so he has it in the reach category. Orthodox for Canelo, of course, southpaw for John Ryder. Canelo's nickname is Canelo. We've called him Canelo so long that, hey, his real name is Saul, right? Alvarez. So Canelo is just one of those words that stuck, right? Which means cinnamon in Spanish for people that don't know, all right? And the gorilla nickname for John Ryder. Of course, Canelo is from Mexico and John Ryder is British. The breakdown has been complete in knowing what we have. We have a very good fight. I think John Ryder is good enough to be a formidable opponent for Canelo. I don't think he'll be much of a threat. He wants and he likes to stay on the inside. I say, and I look at him as a very aggressive, Angulo, but faster. He's a big guy, and 168 is a very interesting weight class, but I think it's perfect for Canelo. I think 168 is a weight class that it may be Canelo's cap. But then again, he could do something at 175. It's just, 175 is just stacked with people that are very difficult and very freakishly talented. You know what I mean? Just ridiculously talented people up there. Beterbiev and Bivol, and you have Volsnik that comes back. You got Anthony Yard. You have so many people up there, and I know I'm missing a lot of people, but just to name a few. And at 168, I think Canelo will have no problems with his counterpunching ability for someone that gives him everything he wants. See, Canelo's a counterpuncher. Canelo's a very he's a better counterpuncher than he is a boxer, but his reflexes are good. However, I don't think they're as good as they used to be. But then you have to keep in mind, Canelo's last fight, he suffered a wrist injury. So let's just take it for granted that was the problem, and then I think that was better for Golovkin, because Golovkin, was 40 years old, and, he's definitely, or was about 40 years old. And, I think that spared him, because Golovkin ran out of gas. So he looked okay. But the Bivol fight, he definitely got outworked. And it showed that, hey, his work rate is not where it needs to be, or maybe that was just at 175. But I'm expecting Canelo to make a statement in the UK. We know the UK, based on, his influence now by his British promoter, Eddie Hearn, he's expected to do so. And I think Eddie's banking on that. He will never say it, but he's banking on Canelo to make a statement, especially with one of his fighters, from the UK, and I think if Canelo does a good job, or a exciting job, a very, very completed fulfilled knockout, right? I think that will catapult him to another market. Okay, so Eddie's smart. He's bringing Canelo over to the UK because he knows, well, hey, Joshua, we don't know what's going to happen with him. However, he needs Canelo everywhere else. He's been over here in the States, Latin America, por supuesto, but he hasn't been in the UK making his name there like he would like to. So I think if he came there and made an impressive knockout over John Ryder, that would be very good for him and for Eddie Hearn. Now, John Ryder's very aggressive. He comes in, he has to fight on the inside, and I think that will be his overall demise because his aggressiveness, his style is tailor-made for Canelo. No doubt about it. Because Canelo's a fighter, he wants you to come for him so he can set traps for his counterpunching. And I don't think he would have to work as hard because one thing about Canelo, let's say he is getting over the top. Let's say he's not the fighter he used to be. He will still be able to knock out Ryder, laying on the ropes like he did with a lot of fighters, like he did with Angulo or like he did with Austin Trout, or James Kirkland. And speaking of James Kirkland, I see John Ryder similar to that type of fighter. Go in there and beat you up, bust you up, take you out, brute force. Let's get him. Let's go. Let's get it on. He's that type of fighter. Very aggressive, wants to fight on the inside, doesn't really like to be tied up, likes a rugged fight. Get in there, get him, fight, fight, fight. But what's going to happen when he does that? Canelo's going to catch him with uppercuts. Canelo's going to catch him with left hooks to the body, setting him up when he comes on the inside, throwing something wide so Canelo can lean. Bow, body shot, right? Body shot, head, body, head. Dick Eklund, Mickey Ward, boom, boom, boom. It's going to be like that. And Canelo won't have to work because he won't have to worry about chasing anyone to set up his own punches. So again, this is a fight that should go exactly like you've seen it going. When I heard it announced, I'm like, okay, John Ryder. I don't think John Ryder beat Danny Jacobs, but let's look at John Ryder based on a casual standpoint for you casual cats. He's lost by Nick Black to Nick Blackwell. Billy Joe Saunders beat by Canelo. Rocky Fielding beat by Canelo. All right. And I think Callum Smith, too, also beat by Canelo. So, I think this is just a long line of someone that has fought their way to a position for a payday, right? And I think he deserves it, and I think he's going to give it a good go. I don't think he will win unless Canelo looks the worst we've ever seen and Ryder rising to the occasion. Okay, but other than that, if this fight, like I think was picked or chosen right, Ryder should be knocked out in rounds 9 or 10. I think he's a lot tougher than a lot of people. But then again, Canelo Alvarez, we get to see his full potential of fighting someone with a normal chin or someone that's normally his size, unlike Golovkin and Bivol. Bivol was bigger and Golovkin just is kind of half cyborg, kind of. He's just older model now. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of my prediction between Canelo Alvarez and John Ryder. Of course, please subscribe. I will be going live for that fight. So tune into that. And all of you guys, then Counterpunch. Peace.